Three, two, one, ghost. Hey, everybody. Welcome to 321 Ghost. I'm your host with a silent G, Kyle, and as always, joined by my pal, Natalie. Hey, Natalie. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, everybody. Today we are talking about the 1996 straight to video dental slasher, The Dentist. Um,
Dental slasher.
what else would you call it?
No, I like that you specified.
And he does slash a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. That's the thing. Slashers like don't often. Yeah, I don't know where they get that title specifically because like slashing, I think slashing is a right to left, left to right kind of situation. You know what I mean?
With a knife specifically, probably.
Yeah, I don't know where they came up with that, nor am I gonna research it, but I like it because it sounds good.
Yeah.
This movie has a lot of familiar names.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily in the cast, except for Ken Foree, industry legend.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the Reanimator crew is
Yep.
involved with this,
Yes.
which makes sense why Ken Foree is in this.
Yeah.
Love it. So Brian Yuzna is the director. He also produced a lot of the Reanimator films.
Mm-hmm.
Written by Dennis Paoli, Stuart Gordon, Charles Finch. Stuart Gordon, of course, who directed Reanimator and maybe Bride of
Mm-hmm.
Reanimator too. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you got music by Alan Howarth. We actually just covered a movie where he did the music. It
Yeah,
was
which one was it?
Prince of Darkness.
Okay,
He
I was
works a
trying to figure
lot.
that out.
Yeah, he works a lot with John Carpenter.
Yeah, because he did They Live as well.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, I don't think I'd seen Corbin Burnson in anything before, but he plays Alan Feinstein, our titular dentist,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he does a good job. I think
I
he's the
he's
best part of this movie, probably.
he's the best part of this movie. His line delivery and just overall just performance, I think is really fun. Like he knew exactly what type of movie he was in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Um, and I this movie again, 1996. It's wild. It's almost like you this movie came out in 1996.
Hmm.
Start there. Now, Scream came out at the end of 1996.
Hmm.
And I really can see where like the end of like the cheesy 80s slashers
Hmm.
and this movie into Scream and just thinking that they came out in the same year. I don't know exactly when in 1996 The Dentist came out, but it's just interesting to see that shift, right? Because it really accentuates how much Scream really changed how slashers looked going forward. But yeah,
I was really surprised that this movie came out in 1996 because I did watch it a lot as a kid. I just assumed it was from the late 80s or early 90s because
yeah,
it feels very late 80s, early 90s. Even the fashion. Like if you look at what they're wearing versus the type of fashion they're wearing in Scream is a good example in the same year. Those are two totally different worlds and like they're in a situation where he's like, a very wealthy man and they're upper class and probably dressed a little bit more conservative, so there's that too. But yeah, it feels very 80s.
and it feels very. I think this came out on HBO first and feels very much like a straight to HBO, like
Hmm.
1992 slasher thriller.
Yeah.
Also evokes a lot of Tales from the Crypt. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Also from the late 80s, early 90s on HBO.
Hmm.
I mean, even especially the plot. I mean, a lot of those Tales from the Crypt episodes were very much, someone committing adultery
Yeah.
and the
Yep.
the husband snapping and going
Yeah.
crazy in some sort of very unnecessary, garish, outlandish way.
Yes.
Um, in this case, it's pulling people's teeth out in his Italian
Hmm.
opera dentist office.
This
And
dentist office, we'll have to get into that.
yeah. Before we hop into the movie, I obviously people are very uncomfortable often
Mhm.
about going to the dentist.
Yeah.
Um, I am not one of those people. Are you?
I, I feel like there's something wrong with you for that. You don't get uncomfortable with the dentist?
I mean, I think so here's the thing is I used to, but I was thinking about this today
And you
before
had
recording.
braces.
I did, but
Yeah,
and I'll bring this up later. That's orthodontics.
I
That's
know.
total different guy. So I don't know why that lady's in there. But
You can do both.
can you? Oh yeah, I guess you can do both. Usually
You
it's
can
not
do
the
both.
same person that does it,
It's
right?
usually not it's usually not the same person. Usually you specialize in orthodontics or like regular dentistry, but I mean, he seems like a jack of all trades.
A little bit. Um, I was thinking about it. I just never had, especially in like my teens and 20s, like didn't always have like the most, well, one, consistent health insurance, and
Hmm.
two, wasn't always the best at taking care of my teeth, to be honest. So
Okay.
when I would see the dentist, it was usually in some sort of emergency situation. And
That didn't make you more scared of the dentist?
well, it did, but then I now, like in my mid 20s into my mid 30s. I think I can still say I'm in my mid 30s, but you're shaking
No.
your head no.
No.
38
It's
counts as
late.
mid 30s.
It's late 30s.
Mid 30s goes from 33 to 39.
No, mid 30s is 34, 35, 36.
um Now that not to gloat, but like I'm in a situation where literally like my dentist calls me like, "Oh, you're the guy with great insurance." Um, hell yeah, for working for um city government. And now like I don't know, or like maybe dentistry's just come a long way. But now like when I go to the dentist, Natalie, I am like people think I'm fucking crazy. Like I will like doze off and almost nap
That's
because
gross.
I just get chilled out. I just, get in the chair.
Do they also strap the nitrous oxide thing to your face? Is that why you're falling asleep?
I've never used nitrous oxide before. It's
Even as
always
a kid?
been, would you as a kid?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Our dental experiences are totally different worlds.
As a dentist, I also went to this. It's funny because I also went to this, must have been a bougie ass dentist though, like when I was really young, because
Uh-huh.
it was this place it must have been North County, San Diego, somewhere, maybe like Carmel Mountain area, I think.
Okay.
But you would walk in, it was fucking dope because the whole side of the office, and it was a huge ass office, and it was this row of Super Nintendos and Nintendo 64s.
Oh, this is why
And
you love the dentist.
oh yeah, I beat Krusty's Super Fun House with Krusty the Clown, the Simpsons character,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
in that dentist office. And but luckily nobody was fucking with my saves because it's just like the same cartridge. So other people were, I guess I
Yeah,
must have been the only kid that wanted to play that game in particular. I think all the
probably.
kids at the time, which was probably around 96 to be honest, 97, people probably wanted the Nintendo 64s, but I'm like, nah, I'm a real one. SNES is the greatest console there is. I'm gonna play this funhouse situation. But then once you were ready, you would go into the room where the dentistry is performed, and they would give you headphones, and they'd have a TV where they'd play like DuckTales and shit.
Hmm.
So you just watch DuckTales and hang out while they were doing their thing, and then you'd get like some like Batman toy when you were done. It was like a whole thing. Um, but yeah, I but they never like gave me like gas or anything. Did they do that to you?
Did you have cavities when you were a kid? Is that, or did you just go for cleanings and things like that? And then like orthodontics?
Not a whole lot in terms of cavities. It's, my mother says that she regrets it now, but I would like be very on top of brushing my teeth as a kid.
Hmm.
And I think maybe it was probably because I like just didn't want to go to bed or something, but because I would take
Just like
forever
5 minutes.
to like really clean the shit out of it. And I would do that all the time. And she's like, Kyle, you need to stop. Your teeth are fine. But I was the one in the family that didn't have cavities most of the time, at least
Oh
until,
man.
again, till the teens and 20s and such. But yeah. How about
Yeah,
you?
totally different for me. So I'd never had braces. My teeth have always been straight. They look good. Like they look seemingly fine.
Yeah, look okay.
Thank you. But they like fall apart even at the sight of sugar. And as a kid and like going into adulthood, like I've always been a sugar fiend. I take great care of my teeth. I brush my teeth like as long as you're supposed to, 2 to 3 times a day. I floss every day, all the things. I've done all the things. And I have had so much dental work starting from when I was a kid. So my terror story, so like I had a single teen mom. So like there was no insurance to be had. So we went wherever we went, and I was already terrified of the dentist. But I think what really did it in for me wasn't this movie, but that is part of it. I'm so I guess at some point I had about 3 cavities at once, and they were my like baby molars. And basically the dentist was like, "Okay, this is how much it's going to cost for you to get all of these filled." And my mom was like, I can't fucking afford that. Like, is there any alternative? And he said, well, it's cheaper if you want to just pull them and then her like new teeth will grow in. So I fucking pulled my teeth out instead of filling them with cavities, which is like old school dentistry. I'm sure they don't do stuff like that now. But I was like traumatized after that. I never had a nice dentist because they were all like what, like the discount dentists, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. And then I saw this movie probably around the time that it came out when I was like 10 or 11, and it damaged me forever. To this day, if I have to go get a cleaning, I clench my fist so hard, and I usually have my nails long, that I like stab my own hands because I'm so nervous. Like I shake,
Aw.
I get anxiety. It's so terrible. I've had 2 root canals. I have an implant. I've had probably 10 fillings. Every single one of my teeth in the back all have fillings or are not real teeth. Like, that's how bad my teeth are. So when I tell you this movie is fucking nightmare fuel for me, it is true. Yeah. So we had, and I still got little toys, and I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit sticker? Like, what is this? And they had the TVs and so I did not care. I did not care. I fucking hate the dentist. I still hate the dentist to this day.
I see, I feel bad for dentists a little bit. I
I
feel like they
don't.
get a
You
bad
chose that
rap.
profession. They make good money.
They do, but I'm like, it's work that someone's got to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's not fair to them. And then also, it's like nobody, I don't know, are people afraid of surgeons the same way as they're
They
afraid of
should be. They
dentists?
fucking cut into bodies for a living. Absolutely, you should be. I'm terrified of anything that has to do with surgery. I've never had to have any type of surgery, only oral surgery.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't argue that. I do, I think ultimately still feel bad for dentists because I think they disproportionately are treated as a boogeyman
Oh, for
compared to
sure.
other health
Uh,
providers, right?
100% they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
And really they are providing a necessary service that like we would all our teeth would just fall out of our head if it weren't for dentists. So good on them.
I like my dentist now. He's great. He's he's a nice guy. He doesn't you know, try to finger my mouth. He doesn't try to pull down my undies, you know. And he doesn't talk that much, which is nice. He really pops in, says, "Hey man, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Ah, I'm good. How about you?" And he's like, "Ah, just dentist adventures, just doing my thing." And I'm like, "All right, cool." He's like, "All right, let's get started." And then just in and out. And then like I said, now it's just yeah, I just like doze off a little bit. I am so cool as a cucumber in a dentist chair. It does
I
not
hate
bother
that.
me in the slightest.
I
But
I can't stand that. I do think there is a little bit of male privilege there too. But
sure,
something interesting, Ken Fourier in this movie, he says that the highest suicide rate by profession is with dentists. That actually has changed because I know for a long time people have said that. So I looked it up. It's construction workers now.
construction workers.
Hmm.
Or is it framed as a suicide? It's like, oh man, he really
Oh,
just,
it's like a final destination situation.
right? I don't know. I'm just saying, look, hey, look, I'm
He
I'm just
shot
asking
himself in the
questions.
face with a nail gun.
Yeah, funny how that happened. He just, yeah, decided, ah, man, this deck is too slippery. He just decided to dive off. Wow.
Yeah, maybe they're calling it suicide so they don't have to pay the families any insurance like payouts or anything like that. Could be.
I'm ready to hop into this movie. How about you?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm like reading and one, God bless Tubi for existing, because one, they have this for free.
Mm-hmm.
Two,
I was
they've
so
got a
stoked.
low-key great horror
They
selection.
have a great overall selection, actually, especially if you like bad movies like me. They are just flooded with good material.
Oh, also, by the way, it says starring Corbin Burnson and Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo is in this movie, but
Like
barely in this movie.
barely. Yeah, they just wanted to throw his name out because he ended up being a big star.
Right. The plot synopsis says when a dentist discovers that his wife is cheating on him, he goes insane, torturing and killing everyone who upsets him, even his patients. I'm going to argue that, or suggest a little bit, is that I think he was a little insane before this happened.
Oh, he absolutely was. But the description I have here on IMDb says an extremely successful dentist goes off the deep end after he catches his wife cheating on him, which I feel like is more accurate.
Know how extremely successful he is if he has the IRS going after him all the time.
I mean, that's what happened. I mean, he could be successful and still not pay his taxes to push it a little further. But
A
yeah,
lot of a
the
lot of wealthy
evidence.
people don't pay the taxes they
Uh-huh.
should, huh?
Yeah. The evidence shows that he already had some interesting quirks about his personality with the dry cleaning
Hmm.
situation and the stain that you can't see at all that he
I
points
saw
out.
it.
Did you? I didn't notice it. Oh my
Yeah, you
gosh.
can you can barely see it. Um, so yeah, I mean that's basically as the movie opens. It has a little bit of voiceover of him like looking like he's about to perform on somebody and just saying
Hmm.
like, "Let me tell you a story. Let me regale you a little
I love
bit."
that.
Yeah, there's a story on every corner, and I'm like already like, I do not need my dentist talking to me like this. I do not want to hear your story. I do not. When you're just because that's the thing, and I think that's the fear of dentistry, right? Is because you are so completely at the mercy of
Oh,
this dude with all of these tools, and you don't know what
uh-huh.
they all do.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to hear that you're having a bad day. Like,
no,
I'm hoping you're having your best fucking day ever if you're working in my mouth because mm-mm. Yeah.
that's he even says himself. He's like, I can't have bad days, and I'm like,
Yeah, no, he does. What's true though, I mean, if you've met serious dentists, I'm sure, like when they don't smile and aren't friendly, you're like, oh my God, this man is gonna fucking kill me. Absolutely, or at least that's what I think.
now I'm gonna think of this every single time. I'm like, is your wife sucking the fingers of a random pool boy? Like, oh no.
Yeah,
But
you're like, how'd your morning go, Doc? What anything interesting happened with your dry cleaning before you got here?
so his whole MO, and I don't know, they chalk it up just, a little bit of vague like OCD, but he's
Hmm.
very much about cleanliness
Cleanliness.
and
Yeah.
anything that dirties things up even just a little bit will just like inevitably lead to rot and decay, and you have to root
Hmm.
it out. And that I just if you are that just uncomfortable with dirtiness, I guess I just wouldn't be in a profession that like puts you in people's mouths just in general.
Yeah. That
Why
that
would you do that?
that and also would you want your house to be all white like that too?
I
Because
guess it's
you
easier
see
to see
everything.
it because maybe it's like if it was like a different color, he'd be like, well, now I can't see it as well. And so I'm just gonna, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Who
guess that's
knows?
true. And he's rich enough to afford having probably a housekeeper. So, but I like how bright and sterile everything looks. Like even, I mean, the beginning when he's, telling his story, but then you get to his house and it's still just as bright and sterile. Actually, his dental offices are the darkest settings
Yeah.
in his like life, which is kind of weird and interesting because usually it would kind of be the opposite, you'd think.
So, despite his wife Brooke being, I think, far too patient with him, to be honest, for being like pretty abusive from
Yeah,
the get-go.
money
Which,
talks.
well, maybe I wouldn't. Hey, I'll give Brooke a little more credit than that.
She hates him. She stays with him.
Well, she hates him. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know the whole story of their marriage, right? And it's not like the movie is well written enough for me to like really understand like exactly where they're at, other than just
She
this.
calls him an asshole after their conversation about like their anniversary dinner.
Oh, you've
That's
never called
pretty
your husband an asshole before?
not when having like pretending to be excited about an anniversary dinner. I would just call him an asshole to his face. That's how you know they're like it's real bad. When you say it
It,
after you hang up, I'd be like, "You're an
uh,
asshole." Click.
yeah. You're like you want it to stick and you want him to know it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So it is their anniversary. He's pissed about a shirt with a stain and some cufflinks, and
Yeah,
she
that's how he
provides
starts
him.
off the anniversary.
Yeah. And then she surprises him with new ones. To which he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm nice since you bought me something now." Um,
How much did these
and
cost?
and my surprise for you is a dinner reservation. Which did he ever actually really make that reservation? Because
I would bet he did. He had that lovely lady at the desk do it for him.
yeah, Candy.
Candy, she's the MVP of this movie, honestly. That that woman can handle anything.
Dude, and just like walks right out of like a shitty situation, not even noticing that the rest of the staff are all dead.
I
Like
love
good on
her.
her.
Yeah, I love Candy.
So as he leaves for work, so there's a pool boy, Matt, who's outside
Mhm.
and who's just filthy, just covered in
What
pool
even is
sewage.
that? Ugh. What is
I don't
coming out
even
of their
know,
pool? It looks like motor oil.
right? So as what's his face? Alan, the dentist, as he's leaving, he notices like a smear of this on Brooke's arm
Mhm.
and then lets things just escalate in his brain. He leaves for work and then immediately turns around and comes back home
Mhm.
thinking like again, this the rot, right, that he speaks of has
Uh-huh.
extended even into his marriage and his
I love his
relationships.
dentist metaphors.
Yeah. And because he uses them a lot,
He does.
which he should.
Yeah, he's a
Um,
dentist.
he comes back home, and unfortunately, his concerns are confirmed because he finds his wife in the backyard, like like first of all, like sucking on the fingers, like she's
Well,
giving fellatio on this dude's like dirty sewage hands. He's
like
like covered in it,
that is pool sludge. She's just slurping it up. She's like, like,
and I'm like, this is why would she do that?
why would she do that?
Unless she's like, I'm just so fed up with living such like a super like pristine, clean
Oh,
life that
shit. It's a
I
kink
just
now.
now it's a kink because she wants to just suck on something real filthy and dirty and nutty. She's like, give me some of them sewer hands, put them in my mouth, and then give me that sewer dick.
I did. I didn't even think of that because he's just sticking his dick in the pool filter, in the dirty pool.
Yeah,
She's like, just
she's
dip it in, stick it in.
dip it in like a hot dog on a stick, and and then bring it over here. Let me slurp that up. So, um, it's also kind of funny too, because so when Alan comes back and sees her doing all this with him in the backyard, and then sees her start to like give him head,
Yeah.
you clearly see her head bobbing up and
Oh,
down,
yeah. Yeah.
and not that I was like, I need to see this dick to make sure this is real, but she's just bobbing her head up and down like with nothing in between.
It's clearly like not good movie magic.
Yeah. So obviously he's already a little aggro, as
Hmm.
demonstrated by his conversation with her earlier. So he goes upstairs and gets his gun. And then you have this like it was more of kind of like a fantasy sequence of like
I love this
how
fantasy sequence.
oh boy, I don't
I
it's
know.
It's a little aggro. It's a little much. Obviously, it's
It
very
is.
sexualized because she is like mid fellatio while he like grabs her head and like keeps her down there, and
Mm-hmm.
then puts the gun in Matt's mouth. The pool
Yep.
boy, it's his name. I don't know if I mentioned that,
Hmm.
and just like shoots him in the fucking face. Um,
I think what I like about it is that it's so disturbing. Like they really set the tone of this movie very early on. Like that scene is very disturbing and like quite
yeah.
surprising. And I think the reason, like him grabbing her by the hair, by the back of the head, and keeping her head on this guy's dick while he's like pointing the gun at him, at Matt, and then saying, like, show him how good your bite is, like, show him what a good set of teeth you have.
Ooh.
That that is scary. That shit is scary. It's probably the most like real feeling thing that happens in this movie because it's intense. But I mean, obviously, it doesn't actually play out that way. It plays out differently. But I think it's a very good way to show how fucking unhinged he is, like in his mind.
Yeah, just
So
very
toxic.
possessive, very
Hmm.
toxic, has certainly gone fucking insane.
Hmm.
Um, and then, should have brought up trigger warnings. This is not the first scene where there's sexual assault in this movie.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
there's trigger warnings for dog death, for sexual
yeah,
assault, like, yeah, all the things.
yeah.
Which is another reason why this movie feels very 80s.
So he decides to go stalk Matt the pool boy instead.
Uh-huh.
Um, meanwhile, he's got work. He's got appointments over at his dentist's office, and then you
Yeah,
see all the patients,
they're just
as
waiting.
in, all waiting, including a young Mark Ruffalo, who is, I guess, not a pimp, but an agent for this model that he brings in to get work
Hmm.
done. I don't know. Um, but again, he doesn't give a fuck because he's got a one-track mind right now, and it's
Hmm.
fucking ending Matt. So he follows him basically just essentially just next door to,
Yeah,
I guess, a mutual friend, Paula's
Paula.
house. We see Paula a little bit in this. She's actually really only in like two scenes in this movie, but
Hmm.
um, he comes up with some bullshit like, "Oh, I'm here to yeah, throwing a surprise party for Brooke. You're coming, right?" And then Paula's like, "All right, I'm I'm gonna go
I'm
fuck this pool
busy right now. I
boy."
need to fuck the pool boy. Are you gonna
Because
go?
I wonder if this is an understanding between friends that they both fuck the pool boy. Or do you
I
think they not know?
So here's the thing. He has that picture of Paula and Brooke on his desk, and they're both in swimsuits, which I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
okay,
What
that's
is that
insane
about?
to have that on your desk. But also, I think it kind of implies like they are very close with Paula. I would bet Paula and Brooke are a couple of freaks, and they definitely know that they share Matt the pool boy. Because if they're that close, they probably told one another, and they're like, oh my God, I'm fucking Matt the pool boy too. And then just like high fived, and we're like, all
Or
right.
like, hey, I've been sucking these man's dirty fingers. You should try this.
Yeah, you should try some pool sludge dick.
Yeah, he's down if you're clearly down for anything. So
Yeah.
it's um so Alan's like, okay, got a little bit of information here, and he leaves instead. Um,
But like, was
only
he really
to
gonna shoot Matt in her backyard? Because he goes out there with the gun and is like going to watch him. And I thought he was gonna try to shoot him, but then he sees that Paula's also fucking him
yeah.
and decides not to. But I was like, were you really gonna shoot him in Paula's backyard after you just had a conversation with her
Well, he clearly is doesn't care much about like, I mean, I guess he
getting
kind of
caught?
hides his track. Yeah, he kind of hides his tracks a little bit, but not really.
Yeah.
Um, he leaves, and but fucking Paula's dog's like, not on my watch, motherfucker. I know exactly what's going on with you, fucker.
Yeah.
And charges right after him,
Aw.
gets through the fence, starts attacking him. And yeah, fucking
I
rest in
forgot
peace,
about that.
doggy.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And he takes the gun and shoots the dog in the head. The dog's dead.
Hmm.
But
Cute.
hey, good boy. You did your best, man.
Yeah, he's just trying to protect the house.
Yeah. I just knew that this dude was like fucking
Yeah.
not good, real
Hmm.
bad news. So Alan's like, well, I'm gonna get out of here. Leave this dog body here with its, face blown off. I'm gonna
Hmm.
go. I guess I should probably go to work now. Which he does. He arrives like pretty disoriented.
Yeah.
And is certainly in no state, Natalie, to be inside other people's mouths.
No, no, definitely not. Not like Matt. But he really plays it cool though once he like gets out there.
A little bit. Like
Yeah.
it starts to deteriorate as it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's some rot and decay there. His mind.
Ooh, I love that.
Whoa.
Love
And
that. Dentist
uh
Inception.
he's yeah. Why did they call it that? So he's sitting at his desk. He's, looking at a photo of him and Brooke, as well as that photo of Brooke and Paula that you mentioned.
In their
Um,
swimsuits, just hanging
yeah,
out.
just in their bikinis, just looking good. And he's like, yeah, I want this on my desk. I wonder if maybe they don't know about that.
The
Um,
nurses do, I bet.
dude,
We'll
yeah,
get to these nurses. Oh,
I feel bad for these dental hygienists.
they're really, man, they're really taking a lot.
Yeah. So he mutters to himself, essentially to his wife, like, you're going back to the streets where you belong. You're like, all right, man. But first, there's a child I need to perform dentistry on. So
Oof.
I'm gonna do that first.
That's the other thing. He also
And
does children and adults, which is also rare.
yeah.
Mm.
So he brings this child inside one of the dentist
Mm.
offices into the chair, and it goes about how you'd expect.
Yeah.
It looks okay at first, and then he starts like getting visions of like rotten teeth,
Hmm.
um, and then just starts stabbing up this kid's gums with a fucking needle and starts bleeding and shit. The mom's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "Your kid's a fucking piece of shit," which the kid very well might be,
He was like he
but
moved like
no, he didn't.
he did
Uh,
not. That
uh,
kid was being an angel, honestly, for the situation. But that's exactly what I thought was going to happen every time I went to the dentist, was just him stabbing me in the gums and me just bleeding out my mouth. But I feel bad for that kid. I'm glad she got him out of there though.
yeah, that's going to be a traumatizing thing for that kid. I wonder.
Oh, 100%.
I know there's a sequel. I wonder if it's like that kid, like years later, being like, "I need to."
No,
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
I remember the sequel well, but I'm sure I've watched it somewhere along the line.
So of course everyone's like, "Hey bro, you okay?" Alan's like, I'm fine. Just give me a second. Let me just go back to my office, open up my drawer of pills, take about a dozen of them. Um, Everything's fine.
Yep.
Um, the hygienists are like, "Just please like rest maybe a little bit." And he's like, "No, no,
Mhm.
I'm ready. I'm ready to keep going. I've taken whatever the fuck was in there and a lot of it,
Yeah,
so
a
I'm ready to
handful.
go." Um, Meanwhile, we've got, Ken Foree, who is, I guess, the neighborhood pet detective, or
Yeah,
got
they
assigned to the pet beat.
I already felt bad that this movie had a dog death because I knew it was going to upset you, but then they double down on it and show the dead dog, and I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. Thank you for thinking of me, because oh boy,
Of
I was like,
course.
this is awful.
You're such a softie.
Um,
The dog is fine in real life.
so I guess completely unconnected, there have been robberies in this neighborhood that Paula, Brooke, Alan all then live in. This very upscale, very rich Hollywood neighborhood.
I thought he was lying about that just to like pretend to be talking about something else.
Was he? He might
I
be.
I thought he was like just trying to figure out who owns firearms without saying like, oh, there's a dead dog. Like, there's been robberies. Like, you have a
I
firearm
just
in the house. Like,
I just assumed that would be true because, but I think you're probably right. I just assumed it would be true because why, I don't know, why would you assign like detectives, Los Angeles detectives to
yeah,
a, I mean, it's a very rich person's dog, but
yeah,
a dog, unfortunately, they don't get the same
yeah.
sort of situation. That's why
Well,
you have to get
also,
independent.
Paula doesn't seem to give a shit about that dog either.
Yeah, I mean, other than, yeah, him making a mess, I suppose.
She says, I was just starting to get attached to that dog.
Yeah. I was even gonna name it and everything. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Um, Meanwhile, Alan is continuing to perform unnecessary dentistry on each of the patients in the office, insisting. Now he meets with this second patient, who I guess is a model. I thought at first was
Hmm.
maybe a sex worker, but I guess is a model.
Yeah.
Because she also has like a fake name, like April Rain, which
I
doesn't
love.
sound, I think doesn't, it isn't the most like obvious type of like stripper name, but I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. I
April
like it
Rain
too.
does sound better than April Showers, which
Yeah.
she's
Well, and
mentioned.
she spells it rain like a queen, which is
Yeah.
fun too. Yeah,
That
I was like,
that
that
is
is a
really
fun name,
good.
but it is very much a porn star name. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or maybe a drag name.
Yeah, it'd be a really good drag name too.
Yeah. So the hygienist is like, nah, she's fine. We just did a cleaning and everything. She's good to go. Alan's like, nah, nah, nah. I see something here. I think this is gonna be a cavity. Let's get some nitrous. Let's start pulling these babies out.
Mm-hmm.
They're like,
Oh
what?
yeah, the laughing gas. We didn't talk about that. It was
Yeah.
very commonly used in the 90s. They use it a lot less now, and it's mainly on children because they're afraid of the shots. So they usually will do like Novocaine shots for adults. They still do
Mm,
laughing gas for kids. It's not covered on most insurances though. Just FYI, everybody.
I think
I
that's
had to
why I always
pay
got Novocaine.
I had to pay out of pocket for the laughing gas when my son went to get his cavities done. So,
Mm,
and I have insurance.
what a nice
But
mother.
well, you know what? After my experiences, I was like, I want him to have the best experience at the dentist. But yeah, the nitrous oxide was much more common then, and they would do nitrous oxide and Novocaine for some patients as well,
Yeah.
including myself.
So he's got this woman like knocked out.
Oof.
She's super loopy and out of it. And
Mm.
he's like, again, he starts like having like visions of his like naked wife on
Hmm.
this chair instead of this
Hmm.
woman. I don't know if this before or after. He's just like fingering her mouth. Like, is she
This
kind of like
is
sucks on it a little bit? A lot of
before
finger
and then
sucking in
during.
this.
Yeah, a lot of finger sucking. You don't see that too often.
Yeah. So ugh, yeah. This leads to
Yeah.
some more sexual assault here where he starts to like unbutton her blouse. He
Hmm.
starts pulling down her pantyhose,
Hmm.
that
And
are like
panties too.
and panties too, Jesus.
Hmm.
Um, like around her ankles and shit.
Hmm. Bad, bad stuff.
Now, thankfully, she like starts to come to,
Because the
and
nitrous ran out.
right, the nitrous runs out, and then she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" He's like scrambling to try to like, no, 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 let's pull
Hmm.
your undies back up, everything's good, or you should just stay here, and let me
Yeah,
finish, And she's like pushing back. She's like,
yeah,
"No, I'm good, I'm good. I need to get the
yeah.
fuck out of here."
Which
She's
is
able,
dangerous too for her to be like walking around. So
yeah.
that, is a lot.
Her agent Mark Ruffalo's like, "What the fuck is, what's
Well,
going
he knew
on?"
something was wrong by how long it was taking too. Like I think
Yeah.
his like danger like radar went off. But for the record, if you, or at least as far as I know,
Mhm.
if you're in the room with a doctor and you're having any procedures done where you're not like lucid or conscious, there is supposed to be another person present, whether it be a nurse or another doctor. So when she asked, like, are you sure? Like when she left, now the exception is if you're in a dental situation and the door is open, then they can still do that. But usually they'll have someone assist them always, just for many reasons. But that is one of the reasons. So if the doctor ever asks the nurse to leave, you can request the nurse to stay. Just FYI.
I tried to look a little bit into like the cases of dentists being inappropriate with their patients
Yeah, does it
while
happen often?
I don't think so, but you know what
No.
does happen often is the other way around, where
It,
patients will sexually assault the dentists.
what?
Yeah, I guess it's
That's
a whole
wild.
thing. I don't know. I saw a couple articles on it,
That's
but
interesting. Hmm.
yeah. We'll leave it to the research team whenever they come back.
Yes.
So the hygienists also know something is totally fucking up and
Yeah.
not right. So they're just kind of like, okay, let's, well, especially because one of them,
Jessica.
Jessica, finds the pantyhose like bunched up
Hmm.
in like on the floor of his office and takes those. Or no, I don't know if she takes them,
She
but
took him. She put him in her pocket.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, oof, no good. But he's like, hey, all right, well, Jessica leaves, all drugged up with Mark Ruffalo and takes off, and they're
April.
like,
April leaves.
April leaves, sorry,
Hmm.
and Alan's like, all right, I guess I'm gonna just keep going on with my day. Who's next?
Yeah. That's like
And
two people down. I'd be like, Doc, we got to close up shop. Like we need to reschedule these appointments.
oh yeah. So he gets visited by Marv, the IRS guy,
Oh
who
my
had
gosh, Marv.
called him earlier, saying like, "Hey man, there's an issue. You're not paying your
Hmm.
taxes, and I'm coming after you." Now the thing is that Marv is also a piece of shit, and
Hmm.
fuck the IRS anyway,
Yeah.
too. But he's like, "Hey, I can forget all of this. I just need you to work on these pearlies,
Yeah.
and
Do a
then
little
maybe
dental
we'll."
work and pay me a little money.
A little bribery, a little dentistry, like I said, hey, I guess the federal government is not giving me enough good dental insurance, so
I
now
know,
I
that's
need to
what
do
I was
this,
thinking. I was like, bro, you work for the IRS. You don't have a good dental plan?
right?
That feels
So,
wild. But
mm.
honestly, not surprising.
But before he can operate on Marv, Mark Ruffalo comes back in and he's like, dude, I know what the fuck you fucking did, man. You are a fucking degenerate, fucking pervert, sicko, which
Mhm.
he's right. He
He
rightfully
punches
says
him in the
so,
face right in the lobby.
right in the fucking face. And everyone's like, what the fuck? Mark
Hmm.
Ruffalo takes off. Um, and then this is like finally when Alan's like, you know what? Let's call it. Let's let's
All my
take
patients just saw me get punched in the face.
yeah, let's take the day. Everyone's a little heated. Who knows? I don't know who could have caused any of this. Don't worry. So later that evening, Brooke's getting ready for their dinner reservation.
Hmm.
Um, hadn't heard from Alan at any point, so she decides to go to his office.
No,
Um,
he said to meet at the office.
oh, okay,
That
okay.
was their
So
phone call.
right, right.
Hmm.
So she goes to the office to find him, and then ultimately finds him following this faint opera music playing in the background. Is able to follow that and finds him in one of his, I guess, operating rooms, dentist rooms. I don't know what you call these things, but
Yeah.
he's like, I got something to show you. Happy anniversary, babe. I've turned one of my offices, just one of my dental rooms, and this will probably be the one I use the most, but into my Italian opera themed dentist space, right?
Yeah. It
He's
feels
like,
very niche. Like,
finally I can tie, the romanticism of opera with the cleanliness of dentistry and dental hygiene, as we've always been clamoring for, right? We found this perfect breakthrough in dental science, and it's just playing opera and throwing up some curtains. And
yeah.
which I mean, yeah, I don't, yeah, the second I saw that room and I was like, I would not be comfortable in this room.
Getting dental work?
Yeah,
No.
no,
Yeah,
not at
even
all.
like if like for instance, the rainforest room, I think is a good example of like a cute dentist theme room. Like they bring, the little boy into that room. Like that's a cute idea. Italian opera, like that's such a niche thing that people would be interested in and wanting to have dental work done in. I just don't see that being successful. But I will say, because it's important, Brooks dinner reservation anniversary outfit is like 90s excellence. It is so good. That sheer jacket with those strappy sandals with the stockings and the tight high neck dress and that pin back hair with the little curlies on the sides of her ears. Ah, I love it. It reminds me of 90210. It's fantastic.
Uh, See, toxic relationship, bad marriage, but she's like, I still want to get nice for dinner, you know?
I mean, she kind of has to.
Yeah, kind of has to. So he claims that this Italian opera dentist office is his finest achievement. She's not that impressed. She's like, okay, well, we're gonna miss dinner. I hope this wasn't just my surprise and my gift,
Uh-huh.
but it doesn't really matter for too long, unfortunately. Because he gets her in the chair, strangles her,
Hmm.
ties her to the chair, doses her with a bunch of
Nitrous
nitrous
oxide.
oxide. Not enough though, where she can, she's still very much awake and
He
can
had to make
feel
sure she didn't
everything.
fall asleep. Yeah.
He goes, I wouldn't want to, I don't know, pull out your teeth and cut out your tongue. I don't think Matt the pool boy would appreciate that very much.
Hmm.
I'm like, no teeth?
I was gonna say he might appreciate the no teeth, but the tongue.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, though, Natalie, he does exactly that. And oof, it is not good because she's
Oh.
clearly awake enough and
Oh
can
yeah.
feel all this.
I would bet she
And
couldn't feel it fully because in order for the nitrous oxide to make her that sleepy, she would have a little bit of pain relief, but I'm pretty sure as a doctor he knows what the fuck he's doing dosage wise and because the way her feet move and the way her arms move and the way she squirms,
yeah,
that's some good physical work on that actress. Like she's giving it her all because that scares the shit out of me every time.
oof, yeah, I know it's rough. Um,
And
he
the
doesn't kill
close-up
her.
shots, oh, they do those close-up shots too of the mouths. Like every time he's doing something in someone's mouth, like they get really in there. Oof.
Yeah, it's funny because like okay, I don't normally horror movies when they have things with like teeth and fingernails, that's like it's like
Mm-mm.
awful. I just get like paralyzed. Like
It's
here, just the
terrible.
worst like nail on a chalkboard. I just get like just so like I can't. I'm
Hmm.
just frozen and just it's awful,
And
awful,
toes.
awful. Yeah, and yeah, this it looks good. It looks pretty fun. I do like the makeup effects in
Oh
this
yeah.
movie, by
The
the way.
practical effects in this movie are real good, especially for a
Yeah.
small budget.
Yeah. I mean, even when you can like clearly tell, like they just have like it's her teeth. They just put like gum stuff
Yeah.
over it, right?
Yeah.
But she's not dead. He does not kill her. He's like, that'd
No.
be too easy. Oof.
Yeah.
So the next day, Matt the pool boy is back to doing his pool business, his actual
Man.
pool business.
Yeah, he's actually cleaning
Um,
the pool.
actually cleaning the pool. And meanwhile, the pet detectives arrive and are like, so maybe we heard about a robbery. You hear, stuff going on. You hear anything? And Alan's like, no, 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 dude, just get the fuck out.
Everything's fine.
Because literally he's got Matt, the pool boy, out in the backyard. He also has his wife alive in the backyard,
Hmm.
like tied to
Just
a pool
tied.
chair and with like a like sun hat just carefully just placed on top of her face.
I love it so much.
And she's clearly like moving and like, I can't,
Well, she's full of pills though too, because
yeah.
you see like the baby food and all the pills, those big yellow pills that he was taking, like he's just fucking just
Oof.
shoving pills down her throat with baby food. Oh, that must be hard to swallow. Give that bitch some water. Damn. Oh,
And I tried baby food once as an adult, and by adult I mean like 20. Um, it's terrible.
oh my gosh. Ba banana baby food, I absolutely love.
That's gross.
I
Because
never fed
here,
I never fed baby food to my son. I made all his baby food from
no,
scratch.
I thought you were gonna say I never fed to him because
I
I
just
kept eating it
starved him.
first. Yeah.
No, no, I made all of his baby food from scratch. But I had bought the banana baby food because I was like, I wonder if I still like this because I liked it as a kid. I love it. I love it so much. It's so gross, but it's so good.
Because I was thinking to myself, like, what food could possibly be healthier than food for a baby? And
A lot of
it's just
preservatives.
yeah, just not the best. Yeah, not the best working scientific theory, but I digress. So the pet detectives leave. And Matt is cleaning the pool and he's, got that little net thing where, you pull up like leaves out of the pool.
Mm.
And he happens to find a fucking tongue
Oh my
just
God.
in the pool that he scoops up and is just sitting there on the side on the concrete. And he's like, this is pretty fucked up. And I guess he never said a word to Brooke up until this point. Because he
Yeah.
goes up to her and is like, hey, I found a tongue. I think this is bad. Pulls the hat off her face, and
Hmm.
then you see her face is fucked up.
Like
She's
just
not doing
swollen,
good.
bruised. Yeah, because he pulled every single one of those fucking teeth out of her mouth. How
Yeah.
many teeth
Oof.
do adults have? Like 28?
32, I think. I forget.
32?
Maybe. Um, I can't remember. I can't. I'll use my tongue and just start counting right now. But it feels no. Maybe that feels like a lot. Don't listen to me. Are you looking it up?
32.
Oh, then there you go. All right.
Hmm.
So
That's
Matt,
including the wisdom teeth, though.
ooh, okay. My wisdom teeth never came in.
Oh, interesting. Mine are pulled.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Oof. Yeah. Um, Matt does not have a whole lot of time to process this because as he's like, what the fuck, and is backing up, he backs right into Alan, who takes a knife, slits his throat,
He
and
slashed
then
him.
starts slashing. Like,
Hmm.
so that was pretty cool. Cuts Matt the fuck up, and Matt is
Yeah.
dead, very dead.
Really cool. I think they do kind of an overhead like shot for a minute there too, where he's slashing him back and forth with the knife, and you can see the blood just
Yeah.
kind of coming out of Matt onto the that like concrete around the pool. That's pretty fun.
Matt's dead. And he's like, all right,
Mhm.
back to work. So goes back to his office.
I'm busy.
And at some point in his conversation with Paula from earlier, he was saying, like, your fillings are fucking filthy. You need to come in here.
Hmm.
And then she's like, do I need to? I don't really like going to the dentist. But so she comes in anyway.
My dog died yesterday. Who cares? I'm gonna go to the dentist to cheer myself up.
Of course, they share a pool boy, right? So she's like, how's he been working for you? And he's like, I think we got to sort it out. Don't even worry about it. And Paul is like very much like, I don't like that pool boy.
Yeah.
I think he fucks real good.
Yeah, she's so obvious. She's like, he does a really great job. He's doing great work at my house.
He is very, very thorough with his pool pipe situation. Um, this of course sets him off, right?
Hmm.
Which I'm just like, dude, he's dead. And you pulled all your wife's teeth out. Like, are you still gonna fucking let this get to you?
Yeah,
Ugh.
he's lost it.
Even Stevens.
Yeah. No, I know he got, but if anybody else was going to get it, though, it was going to be Paula because he also is seeing Paula do the same thing that his wife was doing. So that was probably triggering for him. Not saying that it's right, but I could see that him justifying that in his own mind.
Yeah. It's like, Jason just forever getting mad at camp counselors.
Hmm.
He's just always going to be angry at women having sex with pool boys.
Yep.
Maybe that's his thing. Maybe that
Trauma.
carries on to the sequel. I don't, yeah. See, dentists can have trauma too. So he is like not having it, and then of course he starts seeing like filthy teeth, like that's his like seeing red thing.
Yep.
And just starts drilling the shit
Oh,
out of her teeth. I don't know how she's not reacting more to this because
well, she
she's
had
like,
some
oh,
Novocaine.
oh, yeah, a little bit.
But that the shot of him drilling down her tooth and it like all the dust and the chunks coming off, that shit looks so real to me. Oh man.
Yeah.
And that dental hygienist should have spoke up sooner.
Yeah, it's Jessica, and she's like, "Yo, bro, you need to fucking stop. What is
Yeah.
going on? You just fucked up this woman's molars." And of course, he's like, whose name is on the marquee here?
Yeah.
Who do people come to see? Is this fucking
It's not.
Dr. Jessica's dentist adventure? No, no, this is fucking Dr. Allen's. They come from me. So fucking go. I'm gonna break code and close the door. And So get the fuck out.
Yep.
Um, so she goes, so he, while he's trying to get his shit back together, I don't know. She goes back inside the room, goes straight to Paula and says, "You need to get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna
Yeah,
let
she's
you go.
like,
Here,
leave.
go, 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 go."
Hmm.
Um, Paula's gone. I think that's the last we see of
With
Paula
her
in this
fucked
movie.
up tooth, too. Like, I'm like,
I
she can't just
know,
be running around with that fucked up tooth. She's got to go see another dentist.
right? And maybe that's where Paula is for the rest of the movie. Because we
Getting
don't
that
see
molar
her.
fixed.
So it seems so unnecessary to even have the Paula character and the dog death. I mean, it's something I guess needs to tip off the detectives, I guess, but it's just weird that it's like a
Hmm.
dog being shot. Um, so Alan's fucking pissed that Jessica told Paula to get out of here. So they have it out.
She said that she ran away. Like that she was so upset she ran out.
Yeah, which
That's the lie. She lied.
he's like, well, you let her go, you know?
Hmm.
So she also is like, by the way, dude, you are a fucking mess right now. Confronts him. Maybe not the best idea.
Should
Confronts
have
him with
done
the
that with the group.
pantyhose. Yeah. And she says, I'm going to report you to the dentist bureau, um, or whatever you
The
would call
dentist
it.
association, the dental association.
Is sure.
They're the
But,
ones who could take away your license to practice.
and yeah, again, you just shouldn't be in a room alone with someone that you're confronting about being dangerous because
Yeah.
they're just going to be dangerous right back at you.
Yeah. Never forget, people will do crazy shit to get away with crime. Like, if the crime wasn't murder, they'll still murder to get away from, like, I mean, he sexually assaulted that woman. He can lose his license to practice. You are threatening a lot in private.
Yeah. So he attacks her and
Hmm.
ultimately strangles her to death.
Worst kill of the
Jessica.
movie, though, too.
Yeah, worst kill
The
of the movie, probably.
strangulation. Meh.
Yeah. So, speaking of those pet detectives, by the way, they find out that the bullet matches a gun, or basically belongs to a certain type of gun.
Hmm.
And they were like, all right, well, tell me within however radius all the people that own this gun. And the other detective tells Ken Foree, I can do it one better, dude. There's a house right across the fucking street. Um, to which I was like, hold on, if Paula lives across the street, then why did he have to get in his car to follow Matt?
Well, they live in like fancy like hills, so he had like a long driveway.
I
So
guess so.
he would have had to drive to keep up with him to see where he was going next.
So I guess, yeah, all right. So not like exactly across the street, because there's
Yeah.
a little more to it than that. But they were like, at least pretty quickly. Now, granted, not quick enough because people
Hmm.
are getting real fucked up because of this guy. But they were like, it's this motherfucker. Or at least they're like, hey, this dude's a gun. He's at the very least walking around shooting dogs.
Yeah.
So we should at least talk
That's
to
your
him.
best case scenario.
Yeah. So back at the office, Marv, the IRS guy, comes back and he's like, hey, I didn't forget about you. I need
Hmm.
you to do some work for me, so I'll do some work for you. And Alan's hiding Jessica's body. Marv is, what did he say? He's looking for a whiff of the goof, as you put it.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
No, like who says that? No one says that. Marv is such a campy, silly character. Like there's a lot of characters in this movie, but like he's real over the top.
And he's like, hey, again, I can make your tax situation go away.
Hmm.
I just, and then he proceeds to pull out a handful of teeth out of his shirt pocket. And he says, I need you to help me with this. And I'm like, what is it he wants you to do? Have you been
Are those
carrying around this
caps?
teeth? I guess they're caps or something, or they're just teeth. He's just like, I need you to replace these ones with these. I don't know how long he's been
Yeah.
walking around with those.
I'd be like, no, like I already caught you doing like a lot of white collar crime. I'm gonna need you to replace these with fresh new ones and then get them in my mouth.
Yeah, I shouldn't have if I have the ability to make or break a guy, like that, like Marv does, I would
Hmm.
not be coming in with my own fucking teeth. Like, no, get me fucking
No.
the nice ones. Order them. Tell Candy.
No,
She's the
we're
ordering
gonna
person.
do some fucking X-rays. We're gonna do some sculpting. We're gonna do the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I these are gonna look beautiful,
Hmm.
and then maybe I'll think about helping you out. So Alan's like already like, oh, I'm absolutely gonna kill this fucker. I don't need to get any dirty visions of filthy teeth
Yeah,
to, you know,
I've already killed enough people. You're just one extra.
yeah, dude. And honestly, no, I don't was gonna fucking get sad for you, but I don't think no Marv survives this movie though, somehow. But Alan does put him under, immediately ties him to a chair, and then
Hmm.
this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I I I like that it's not just all drills that
Yeah. No,
cut.
that's very creative.
He uses these like clamps to like pry his jaw open so much that his jaw fucking breaks.
Mm.
Oh, that's really rough. Why?
It's real
Oh,
hard to watch. Yeah.
yeah. And then just starts drilling. And then, of course, using some drills because obviously,
Yeah.
into his teeth and into his tongue and shit, cutting and get up. And he's not certainly not enough nitrous for this guy because he's
No.
feeling all of it. And even everyone could hear the screams. Like this is why,
Yeah.
like, he clearly does not care at this
Yeah.
point.
He is completely off the wagon, and I'm assuming because the piece that straps to your face for the nitrous oxide like came off of Marv. Once he had him
Yeah.
tied up, he didn't really care if he was drugged or not. So, but the screaming was loud. And then there's the the supply rep
Yeah.
that's trying to talk up Candy, and he says, "Well, there's always at least one screamer, am I right?" And I'm like, "No." No.
No, that would be awful if I was just getting dental work done and then like the next office over, you just hear screaming and I'm just like, I don't, no,
I'd
thank
be
you.
like, "Well, thank you. I'm leaving."
So the detective's now learning that the bullet belongs to a gun that he owns because he's also part of like the Encino gun club or something. And I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, because he said he didn't even own a firearm, and then they're like, "Oh, he's like totally into guns."
yeah. And they go to the house and then I think they find a pool of blood that I think belongs to Matt, the pool
Hmm.
boy. And
I thought
they're
they
like, all
find
right,
Matt.
I think, or yeah, maybe they find Matt, or they
Yeah,
find like blood, follow it, and then there's Matt,
yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, okay, I think this is enough for us to go in and investigate."
Hmm.
They pull their guns out, they go inside the house, and then they find Brooke, who again is, whew, not looking good.
Yeah, tied to the side of the bed. Ken Fourier is like, what do you say? He goes, "Jesus." I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah, it's pretty bad.
there was one funny. What was the line where the other detective is like, "Why would he shoot a dog?" And then Ken Foree is just like, "Dentists are capable of anything."
Oh yeah, that is pretty good. You can tell he doesn't like dentists because he says to him, he's like, "You're a dentist, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And it's like dentists and cops, both necessary evils.
And even when I think he has like a toothache or something, and his partner's like, "Why don't you go get that checked out?" And he's like, "Nah, I live
Yeah.
for the pain, or I work for the
Yeah.
work through the pain."
Yeah, didn't you think he was gonna end up in the dentist chair at some point?
At some point, just because he talks so much about it, you know.
Yeah.
And
So we're
he's
assuming
really,
Brooke survives.
yes,
Hmm.
Brooke survives. So, but yeah, I mean, and the hard part is that like she would need to go to like a dental surgeon to then like probably start fixing all the fucking shit that's going on. And she's probably like, I have enough trauma with that.
I think she would just have to get dentures because there's nothing left to
Well, yeah,
put
you do
like veneers or
dentures and
teeth
implants.
on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Now we're back at the office. We've got one remaining hygienist, Karen, who,
Uh,
yeah, finds Marv looking really fucked up and still tied to the chair. Again, it looks so good. Like
mhm.
the practical effects of like his mouth pried the fuck open.
It
It's
looks
it's good.
so painful and uncomfortable. Like for as shitty as Marv is, you still feel bad for him. Like you're like, no, he did not deserve that.
Yeah. But oh, Jesus, she has no time because she turns around and Alan's there. He, mutters some more nonsense about rot and decay and the whole thing. She tries to escape, does not make it very far because I miss like how does he kill her? Does he like inject
Oh,
her
it's
with
so
something?
fun. He injects her, I think, with just air
Oh fuck.
into her veins. So there's nothing in there. He said, "Don't worry, Karen." He's like the air bubbles will go straight to your brain. You'll only feel like you'll be gone in a second. Like that's what he says to her. So he stuck
Ugh.
it straight into like her like vein in her neck, and then the bubbles like make their way into your bloodstream. You can't have
Yeah.
any air, let alone all that. And that's why she's like convulsing and her eyes are kind of rolling back because they went straight to her brain.
Oh, oh, goodbye, Karen.
Yeah,
That's a
oof,
good
rough.
death.
It is. It's
Yeah.
creative. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like they did a really good job of being like, okay, we can't just pull everyone's teeth.
Yeah.
Like, so they get pretty creative with it.
That's probably where they're like, let him be an orthodontist too, so we can just kind of open the field in terms of
Yeah.
what sort of tooth thing he can do.
Yeah.
Um, she's dead. And Alan says to himself, I think I got time for one more patient. And this whole time, by the way,
Poor Sarah.
there poor Sarah is this teenager,
Yeah. She's a
right?
teenager. She says her mom is picking her up the first day and
Right.
like all that. Yeah.
She has her braces off. She's been wanting to get her braces off. And she continues to get cut in line, basically, which I mean, I guess good for her because it just extended her life. Um,
Yeah.
and and then she even shows up the next day and then gets cut in line by Marv. And she's like, I just want to get
Mhm.
my braces off. I can absolutely, I was counting the days like since I
Oh,
got braces
I
to when I
bet.
got them off. That shit is life changing, especially for a teenager. I
Yeah.
like literally like got my braces off and like got a girlfriend like that week.
You did.
I yeah. I was like, I am ready.
Yeah, because when I
And
met you, you had braces, but you were like you just gotten them off like a little after we met, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am ready. I'm a brand new Kyle. And so she was like, I need to get these off because I need to like, just
Hmm.
yeah, I need to
For that
go,
confidence.
yeah, get that confidence,
Yeah.
right?
And your teeth look
Um,
great. Your
yeah.
orthodontist did a good job.
But she's just like, remember, you still got to wear a retainer, which I
Did you
was
wear the
not.
retainer
No, that's why I've got one little crooked tooth right here in the middle. You can't see
on
it
the
over Zoom.
bottom?
Yeah, on the bottom. At
Mm.
least my two center ones are like a little crooked.
Mm.
Um, but that's okay. Otherwise, I think I've got good teeth.
Yeah.
So, oh boy. It, good on him because he's able to at least get through the whole process of removing her braces before he starts going crazy.
Yeah, you almost are like, oh, like he's he's doing better now. He got
Yeah.
all those people out of the way and he's like, you know what, Sarah? I'm gonna do you a solid and take your braces off.
Yeah, he's like everyone I've killed either d- did me dirty in some regard, maybe,
Hmm.
or was trying to like find me out.
Hmm.
So Sarah, this teenager, is really the only person. Well, I guess there's that kid in the beginning, but like the only person we're just like, look, I've got no reason to kill you, but
Yeah.
but I don't know. He just the brain rots, right? I don't know. He just
Yeah.
he's just like, I'm just gonna fucking kill you too, because he takes off the braces, sees like, the
He's like, they're
visions of
so
hallucinating.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Because he's like, they're so beautiful. And he's like, they have nowhere to go but being just fucking decay.
Yeah. Um, he's like, so sorry, I've really only got one option. He pulls his gun and just puts it right in her face. And he's
Oh
like, I'm
my
sorry,
God.
this is the
Oh,
only
poor Sarah.
way. She luckily fights back and escapes, and you have this little bit of a
Yeah.
chase between them in the
Hmm.
office.
She's pretty
Um,
scrappy.
Candy is like the
She's not
receptionist.
there. She went off to lunch.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to lunch. Y'all got this sorted out, right? I'll see you
Hmm.
later. Um, Everyone else is dead in that building.
Yeah.
Ugh. So the exit is locked So she tries there first, Sarah, and can't get out. And then she goes and hides in one of the closets. This is when she finds Jessica's dead
Oh,
body.
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
and good on Sarah for not screaming. She was like, clearly, she's like, this is fucked up. I hate this. There's a dead body that's just
Uh-huh.
falling right on top of me, but I need to be chill because
Yep.
this dude's gonna kill me. Sneaks out of the closet, and finds Marv and is honestly very kind because starts untying him to get
I
him out.
know. She could have just left him.
Yeah. Oof. But again, she barely is able to get him free until Alan and interrupts. They get in a skirmish. Marv tries to help out.
He does, even with that fucking thing in his mouth.
Yeah. She manages to bust loose, make it into the opera room where he follows her, corners her in there, um, grabs her by the throat, puts her in the chair, puts the gun back in her fucking face. Um, this part's a little dumb, but
I love it.
corny, where she goes like with a gun to her face. She's like, I don't know what you want me to say. I'll brush 3 times a day. I'll stop eating candy. What do you
Yeah.
want me to say?
Well, I mean, he was
Well,
talking
please don't
about
kill me.
decay and like her teeth going bad and that he might as well just kill her. I'd be like, what do I need to do not do that? Like, you want me to come every 6 months, get my cleaning? Like, you tell me.
It's hard to brush your teeth really well with braces. Very tough.
Yeah.
So, fucking dude's gotta be cool. So it kind of seems to work because she's
Yeah.
able to stall him until the police arrive, but he bounces, he leaves.
Yeah. No, I think he let her go before the cops even got there.
I think she's still in the chair by the time Ken
Yeah.
Foree shows up. So she
Hmm.
might be tied to the chair. But I think he's like, fine, I'll leave it to it. I'm getting the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
He's like, you better brush.
Better fucking brush. And stay away from pool boys.
Yeah.
And so he leaves and evades, Ken Foree and the other detectives. And
Hmm.
they were like, Sarah, do you know where he went? She's like, I don't know. Um, I forget exactly how they were clued in to where he
So
went.
Candy is crying and in absolute shock. And
Uh,
she's like, he was such a great dentist, a loving husband, a dedicated teacher. And they were like, wait, what?
oh, that's
Teacher?
the third thing. What does he
Yeah.
teach? And then,
Hmm.
yeah, so over at this hospital slash dentist school slash theater, because it has like this
It's
large
attached to the
theater.
campus for it's a arts university as well as a medical dentistry university. Yes.
Right, right.
Mm.
So he like is already straight there and is meeting with students and like in other people's mouths, and he's like, yeah, yep, yep, we got to
Because
pull
these
them all
are,
out.
I'm assuming that these are dental students that like they've got their license to practice in a under the supervision of another like a more established dentist. I think that's what's happening because they're probably supposed to be doing like light dental work.
Yeah,
And he's like, extract everything.
extract, pull them all out. They're like,
I love that. I love how fucking ridiculous this shit is. It's so good.
yeah, the students are like, I don't know, this is a good idea. And then also like, we're not like, you didn't put him under like any sort of like pain
Hmm.
relief. I don't know, if this is a good idea. This is when he pulls out his gun. He's like, extract, God damn it. I want you to pull the teeth out of every one of these fuckers in this fucking room.
It would have been great if like one of them just started doing it. Was
Yeah,
just
be
like,
like,
all right, like
all right, I'm not gonna be
only
on
a
this guy's,
shot.
I'm not gonna be on this bad guy's side, or at least I'm gonna be the last person to be shot. I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe that buys me a little bit of time.
Yeah.
He has to reload or something. I don't know. So luckily, the students don't do that.
No.
The police are able to arrive. He is able to evade them again and is sneaking through the hospital. And again, finds his way into this theater where there's like
Just
nobody in
down the
this
hall.
theater. Yeah, down the hall is a giant theater. No one's there except for this one woman standing on stage singing operatically.
Hmm.
He comes up to her and then the woman turns around and it's his wife, but with her
Hmm.
like mouth all fucked up. And luckily he doesn't try to or he doesn't kill this woman.
Yeah.
Because then he's like finally intercepted by Ken Foree and the other detective.
Mm. He kind of like the opera is what like kind of threw him into submission, I guess, because he dropped to
Yeah.
his knees and dropped his gun and doesn't try to grab it or anything or fight anybody.
Yeah, he just kind of just succumbs and just gives up.
Hmm.
Some unforeseen amount of time later, he is in a mental ward or an institution of some sort. Um,
That's where he's telling us this story from,
right.
presumably. Hmm.
And proceeds to also get visions of his wife, but then like performing dental surgery on him and torturing him.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, it's time for your appointment. And he's like, fuck that shit. I'm not going. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming she's not actually the nurse there and he's like hallucinating.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Um, that's it. That's the end of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I forget anything?
I don't think so. I think you got everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Now, I don't know how often like straight to like HBO movies have like posters, let alone like taglines.
Now, was
But
this, I thought this one went to theaters.
I don't think so. Maybe I could be wrong. But either way, I'd love to hear some taglines.
Okay. This movie has four taglines. They're all about dentistry.
I would be perturbed if they weren't.
Okay. It's been 6 months. Time for your checkup.
Okay.
That's probably my least favorite. It's time for your final appointment.
Better.
Like, yeah, I think that one's a little bit better. Your pain is his pleasure.
Hmm.
I think
Okay.
that one's a little inaccurate. I like it, but he doesn't seem like he's having a good time when he's like finding this supposed decay in people's mouths. I like this one. It's time for your checkup. Pray it won't be your last.
I think that, yeah, it's probably the best one.
Yeah.
I think the second one, like Time for Your Last Appointment, I think would have been better if it was like, or
Or it's
about your
time for
last
your final appointment.
time for your final checkup instead of
Hmm.
appointment. So a
Yeah.
checkup is more of like I don't know, dentist thing. I'm not sure.
I mean, you make dentist appointments, but I think those are all solid taglines. This movie, I guess, was perceived well enough that it got a sequel, but it has only 5 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, so it has 0% and then a 29% audience score.
That being said, our boo scores. Can you go first or would you like me to?
I can go first, but I will admit I have no idea how you feel about this movie. I feel like you did not give me much to work with to know how you feel about it. So I'll go first because I think it's pretty obvious that I feel more positive about this movie, like overall. So I have a lot of like scary nostalgia for this movie. I did watch it a lot as a kid. I think I had a recorded version of it on VHS, and I just loved scaring the shit out of myself when I was a kid. So this was one of those movies for me. I think it's campy and fun, and I had this is my first time ever having watched it, I think since high school maybe. So it's been a really long time. So I feel like I got a lot more fun out of it. I really, really love what's his name? Corbin Burnson's performance as Alan Feinstein. I think
Yeah.
he gets it. He's playing it so well. I think he does a good job of being threatening and scary, but at the same time, really fun when he's like smiling in the lobby, talking to the kid, high-fiving. Like he's playing the part for me. I really, really love him. I think the music is really fun. We didn't bring that up.
It is good. Yeah.
The cues on the music are really good too, because he'll be, acting normal and then he starts seeing the decay and talking about the decay, and the music will just hit right at that time. And the first time I heard the music from this movie, like since having watched it a long time ago, was last year when I was still working from home. I was listening to just horror movie scores on this really long, it's like a 500-hour playlist. And it got to the dentist, and I was like, oh, this sounds so familiar. What is this? It's so fun. And I was like, oh, this is the dentist score, and it's so fun and silly, and I love it. Has great kills. I think dental horror is fucking terrifying. The practical effects are on point. I think they did a really good job of having variety in kills. Jessica was the most boring, but other than that, it's pure nightmare fuel for me. And I really don't have anything negative to say about this movie, but I recognize that it's not like the world's best movie, and I wouldn't watch it often. I would recommend it to people who like gore, or like just anything like cheesy 80s. I think if you like movies like Reanimator, you probably would like a movie like this. I was stuck behind between a 2.5 and a 3. So fuck it. I'm gonna give it a 3. I had a really good time watching it, and I had a really good time talking about it. I think this is a fun movie. How about you? I'm so
I had a
curious.
great I had a great time talking about it too. Um, I don't like dog death.
Well, of course.
That's tough. But I don't know. Like I said, I mean, okay, so I came in thinking I was going to give this like a two. It is
Hmm.
a perfectly fine movie. It's certainly watchable. Um, but then I'm like, okay, outside of the dog death and you know, like what didn't I like about it? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's silly fun and it is perfectly just encapsulates like just that just type of like cheesy, campy, straight to video
Mhm.
slasher, and which I love so much.
Yeah.
And I saw this actually came out literally like 2 months before Scream did, which is
Oh,
wild, in
wow.
October. Um, I I just feel disingenuous sticking with it too. So I'm gonna bump it up to a 2.5 for me.
Nice.
Yeah. This is a fun movie.
Yeah.
Shout out, by the way, we didn't bring this up. Friend of the pod, Vinny,
Cousin
recommended
Vinny.
this. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I hope he doesn't think that my 2.5 is too low. I think that you know,
Well,
it is like
Vinny,
so the quality of movie, it's like obviously it's a like a low quality movie, but also like,
yeah.
but again, there's nothing bad about it. I
Yeah.
don't know. They do a lot with a small budget and the performances are great. The music's pretty
Hmm.
fun. I think I would have liked to see, and again, I think this is probably just due to budget restrictions, a little more of the gore,
Yeah.
in
Like
all of the
just
kills.
longer holds on things for sure.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
outside of that, I don't know. It's fun. I'm gonna go right down the middle, 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a cousin Vinny recommendation, or request, I should say, which I was really excited when he brought it up, because I was like, you know what? That's a good one. I would love to cover that. And he's a general fan of 80s, 90s campy horror. So, and holds it in really high regard. So, I think a 3 is really solid coming from me. So hopefully, cousin Vinny, you don't take issue with that. Um, yeah, but I think 2.5 from you. I think he'll be pleased with that. I think we'll see. He'll text me as soon as he hears us say this.
Yeah. Um, that's all I've got. I'm ready to
Yeah,
wrap up and
schedule
you
your
know,
cleaning.
yeah, put the gauze in, clean up, get
Schedule
myself on my way,
schedule your final appointment.
take our little sticker or toy and leave. Mm,
I like when I get a free toothpaste because saving money.
yeah. I'm really particular about my toothpaste though. Like I just don't like the taste of like Crest and shit. I get
Well, if
um
they give you a mini one, then you can use it as your travel toothpaste.
true, but also I have travel sizes of the toothpaste I like.
Oh, I
So,
use really bougie toothpaste when I travel instead of like my regular toothpaste. So I get the really overpriced like Marvin's toothpaste.
ooh,
Yeah, it's real fancy. Because I can just get the small one and it will last a long time. So
no relation to the Marvin in this movie.
no, no.
Or
Marv's. Maybe,
yeah.
yeah, maybe after. Oh my gosh, he had that experience and then was like, dentistry is really important to me now. Dental hygiene. Gotta avoid that
Yeah.
fucking dentist at all cost.
Yeah. Brush up, kids. Floss
Brush
as
up.
much as you can.
Get
Floss
Marv's
all the time.
toothpaste.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got. All
Same.
right. Take care, everybody.
Brush three times a day.
Brush 3 times a day. Floss. I mean, you can floss after every meal.
No
That's
candy.
fucking, yeah. And no candy. Don't do it.
Mm-mm.
But God, I feel like everything's got fucking sugar in it these days.
Oh,
So it's,
everything. That's
mm,
why it's important to brush and floss. Honestly, it's more important to emphasize the flossing because I know y'all are out there not flossing,
oh yeah.
and you better.
Flossing is absolute game changer. You need to be flossed all the time.
You have
I've
to. And
got,
brush your tongue. Get a tongue scraper. Those are great.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's all I got. 3, 2, 1, ghost.
Thanks for listening to our episode on The Dentist. If you enjoyed this episode, you could subscribe to our podcast and leave us a killer review on whichever platform you choose to listen. You can find us on Instagram at 321ghostpod and give us a follow. We would love to hear your thoughts on the film. Follow us on Letterboxd at 321ghostpod to see the boost scores on all the movies we've covered so far. Next week, we're discussing 2015's The Green Room. Thanks again for listening, and remember to brush 3 times a day and cut it out with all the fucking candy. 3, 2, 1, ghost.